Hey guys, it's Elisa. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another relationship advice request. Now, I did mention that I was revamping my channel, going to make it more like vloggy and more like, I guess, eclectic, not just relationship advice videos, but I did promise I'd still continue to do them. It's just been hard because I literally have no time this semester. I know I've been saying that since I started college, but I like to keep my plate full, and it's hard to find time to do these things. So since this is like a relationship request, it's nothing like exciting or like life-changing. Or hopefully it's life-changing, that'd be great, but you know what I mean. Since it's not like a vlog, I'm not gonna like edit it and use my real camera. I'm just gonna keep my my photo booth application to record them because I like to keep the authenticity, and there's no reason to do editing or sound effects for I get way too many requests to edit them like individually. Like I'd have to like quit my jobs and drop out of school. Okay, but anyways, I received this one on Instagram, and it's pretty long. I haven't even read it yet, but okay. This is the request, but I read pretty fast, so hopefully we can knock it out. So it's from Anonymous. Hi Lisa, I recently have been watching your YouTube videos, which is so helpful for me. Sorry about my English, I'm a foreigner. It's okay, I used to be a foreigner. I really was impressed by your heartwarming advice. You put advices, that's cute. Advice and very keen insight about your relationships. Especially, I love your sweet voice, which makes my mind more calm and peaceful. Thanks! Really appreciate it. So I watched it whenever I'm dealing with hard times. I hope you read this and give me realistic and practical advice. I'll do my best. Here is my worry. I lately broke up with my ex. We dated for 7 months, and he dumped me because he was tired of me. Oh, and the difference of religion values influenced like obstacles in our relationship. The main reason might be this. I usually shifted responsibility on him when we fought. He hates feeling stressed. Anyways, that kind of problem makes him tired, so he notified me to break up with him. Even though he and I told each other I love you and want to be happy with you, I couldn't notice he wanted to break up with me, even though I'm really good at knowing the difference of something. He told me he loved me right before the phone call. We fought with a very trivial reason, which made us break up. It was such a sudden notice, and that day he told me it's not because of the bad situation. It's only because of the bad situation, not because of me, personally. But a week later, I cried in front of him and said to him, I told him to consider his thought one more time. But he was so firm. After that, he told me that he really doesn't want to see me anymore and doesn't want contact. I can feel that he hates me a lot, and he told me he got lots of stress from me. After that, he uploaded some self-images. That's so cute. Not the fact that he did that, but the fact that you said self-images and not selfie. I like that. After 1.5 months, I posted some pics which could showing I'm okay. Oh, which was like showing that you're okay. I actually wasn't okay. I just uploaded it for him to see. We all do that. It's okay. A few hours later, all of a sudden, he blocked me on every SNS. I guess like that means app. Oh, social media. No. I'm just gonna say app. I'm not sure if he saw my photos or not. But then I found out that he had a new relationship, and it still goes on. Him and his new girlfriend keep posting pictures of their relationship. It drives me crazy. I want to stop stalking their account, but I can't. Sorry, this is so long. What I really want to know is, do you think she's a rebound or not? I want her to be a rebound, but he dumped me because he was tired of me. 2, me and him only dated for 7 months, and 3, he blocked me on every app and never unblocked me. I think it tells me that he really hates me. Do you think it's a rebound or not? Do you think he will come back or not? I don't know what to do. It's pretty hard for me, and unlike me, he looks so happy on Instagram. I'm so sorry that is so long. You can shorten it simply. I actually worried he could realize that this is the story. He's not going to find out, and if he does, I'll beat him up. And if you're watching this, I'll beat you up. Anyway, sorry about the length of the story, but thank you so much for reading it. It means a lot. I know you really care about others, and it's so heartwarming. I hope you're happy all the time. You truly deserve it. P.S. He was the one who could make me feel happy. He cared about me. I could feel the true love when we were dating. That's why it's so hard for me to let him go. I didn't even realize he felt that way. Have a good day. I hope you read this when you aren't busy. Thank you. Oh, well, thank you so much for sending me that. I loved reading it. Some requests are just, like, nice to read because the people are so nice. So, yes, thank you for sending this to me. Let me just go back and reread some details. I have a very short memory span, so I just have to, like, read it a few times to, like, really get that information stuck in there. I'm trying to find how long it took for him to get that new girlfriend, because that's gonna make a difference. So it took maybe like 2 months for him to get a new girlfriend. Sorry about that really long pause. This is a long message and I didn't know where to look. Alright, so my opinions. And honestly, this is like so wide because I don't exactly know what's going through his head, so it's hard to give you advice and make sure that it's like very veracious, like very reliable. So I'm just gonna give what I think it is, but that doesn't mean that I'm right, because I'm not right all the time, otherwise that'd be amazing. I'd probably be getting paid for doing this. Alright, so I think, sorry, I do have to just reread some things. Alright, maybe this would be, like, good for, like, using the editing software. That way I could, like, edit out these long pauses of me reading. Alright, so I think that the breakup, there is something that he's not telling you. I don't mean, like, he cheated or anything. I don't mean something bad like that. I mean, that is an option, but it doesn't sound like it is here. It sounds like, I know that he said that y'all's fight wasn't the reason y'all broke up, because, like, that's a lot. That's a big reason to break up. I think the fight was the straw on his back. And I know your English isn't the best, but if you heard of the term, like, straw on a camel's back, like, that was the last straw. It's, like, some kind of myth about a camel, and, like, people are stacking straws on him, and then finally they stack the last straw, and his back breaks in half. It's, like, an old metaphor. I don't even know. But it sounds like the fight was really the straw on the camel's back. Like, it was the last nudge that he needed. I feel like he was moving on before you guys broke up. And I know that sounds really bad, but I just feel like eventually over time, since you did say you cause him a lot of stress, stress naturally turns off guys. Like, just naturally. Like, guys just don't like stress. I'm not saying if you get stressed out, your boyfriend's going to break up with you, because clearly it's a really crappy boyfriend, and every relationship has stress. But we're only built to deal with certain kinds of stress well. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense. But for example, if you are dating an on-call doctor and you're super, super stressed all the time, I feel like he would be more receptive to it because he knows what it's like to be stressed. But if you're dating, like, a genie and you feel like the slightest itch of stress, he's just gonna, like, fly away. So I feel like your boyfriend just wasn't receptive to A, the stress that you were giving him, and B, the amounts. Maybe you were stressing him out about things that were out of his control, like, or things that he feels like he shouldn't change. Like, if he loves to go out and drink and you're not okay with that, maybe, I mean, that's just an example. Maybe you, like, would stress him out every time he would go out to drink, and eventually he just crumbled. Or maybe it's just how long you've been stressing him out, and that weight finally piled up and he broke up. Or you guys broke up whenever you had that last fight, because that fight reminded him of probably all the stress that he was dealing with, and was like, okay, I actually can't take anymore. So he ended it. That's what I'm thinking. But there could be many reasons. Maybe I know you said you can tell when, I'm trying to find it. Oh, you said, I couldn't notice that he wanted to break up with me, even though I'm really good at knowing the difference. I totally relate to that. Like, I know my boyfriend like the back of my hand. Like, if he walked in and had even the slightest, like, different look on his face, I'd be like, what happened? So that sentence terrifies me, because, like, it really shows that people are good at masking their feelings sometimes. But I do feel like, because you did say you guys have different religions, different values, that could be one of the things that maybe made him feel stressed. Maybe he felt stressed because he knew you guys were so different and maybe weren't going the same directions in life. Or maybe he was stressed because he didn't feel like you agreed with his views. Maybe he felt like you guys just had conflicting views and he didn't like feeling that judgment or feeling or being reminded that you guys weren't perfect for each other. Because as soon as you reach that like epiphany of, oh, me and my significant other may not be perfect for each other, you already spoke a wedge in existence, and it's already began wedging you apart. I feel like once you identify the fact that you're not soulmates, it's only a matter of time before you guys are going to break up. Because, like, that realization is something that's so personal to us that we can't deny it. Like, if I wake up in the morning and my gut is telling me, oh, Justin's not the guy for you anymore, I'd be scared. I'd be like, what are you talking about? Like, are you sure? Like, it's a very scary thought when you finally realize that your significant other is not permanent. And it does feel like you're kind of wasting your time away. So maybe he felt like that and he didn't want to deal with that anymore. Maybe that was where a lot of the stress came from. So that could be the second option. Maybe you guys just fought too much. And fights, they take tolls on relationships. That doesn't mean that you're wrong for fighting, because it's normal to fight. But like I said, he's probably not built to withstand the same kind of fights that you do. Like, if that makes any sense at all. It's like building a log cabin on the beach. Like, a log cabin is great. I love one, but I wouldn't want it on the beach. Just like your boyfriend's the log cabin, you're the beach. If you put them together, they're both great individually, but the log cabin can't withstand the stress that the beach is putting on it. I know that's such a bizarre metaphor, but no, it's true. Like, you guys are both great things, and you both deal with stress. The mountain or the log cabin deals with stress from, the extreme weather or the snow or any of that. And then the beach deals with, like, the tsunamis and the pollution and this and that. Like, they both are good at dealing with stress and having their own little lives, but sometimes when you put them together, it's just not the best thing. And that doesn't mean that either of you are bad, because I was just at the mountains the last weekend, and this weekend I'm going to the beach. Like, I love both. But they're not great together, and I definitely choose one over the other. Big mountain girl over here. Not metaphorically, because I don't like your boyfriend, but I think you're great. Sorry, I just got home from work, and I'm very sleep deprived. You said he was so firm when you were asking him to reconsider his choices. You said you feel like he hates you. Okay, so something I'm going to say is that boys, when they break up, they have to do whatever they can in their power to show the girl that they're manly. If a guy feels like emasculated, like he's not being the full man that he can, it crushes them. Like, boys need to do everything in their power to feel like the queen bee, or king bee, I guess, in this case. They just love feeling big and empowered, and if he were to show you his soft side, his weak side, he would just feel emasculated, and he'll feel like you won. But no, guys just, like, buff themselves up, like, after a breakup, just because they want to look good. Because if they look good, you feel good. It's just like with everything else. If you eat healthy and work out, you're going to have a banging body, then you're going to be confident. Great. Well, if he's really depressed that you guys broke up, what's he going to do? He's probably going to put on this face that he's fine, because you start to believe yourself after a while. Like, if I constantly walk around smiling and acting like I'm so cool, maybe I'll believe it one day, but I'm not going to try. Maybe he just, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe that's the case. So, what else was I going to say? The new girlfriend part. You said it was only 1.5 months after y'all broke up, and y'all were together for 7 months. My boyfriend and I, our 6-month anniversary is actually on Friday, but we've been dating for about 9 months. We've been going out for about 9 months. But if we would have, like, we're at 6 months now officially, like, if we were to break up right now, I would not be in a place to date someone within 2 months. Like, that's extremely soon. That's the only part of me that thinks that this could be a rebound, but guys just move on quicker than girls. But if you watch my other video about this, they don't, like, genuinely move on. It's like a fabricated kind of moving on in most cases, not all. 2019, I gotta be careful with what I say. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so it could be a rebound. It really could. I personally think it is, just because it's always nice to assume that, but in the end, it doesn't really matter. If he's expressed that he doesn't want to be back together, and if he's expressed that he's done with you, I know this is such painful advice, but you have to swallow it. I know that sucks, because literally, if, like, my boyfriend and I broke up and somebody told me to get over it, I'd probably punch them in the face. Like, I know it's so hard to hear, but considering that he's not fighting for you, he's not willing to give you another chance. He doesn't see a future with you, obviously, if you guys broke up and he's fine. He doesn't want anything to do with you if he blocked you and everything. Like, if all those are taken into account, you need to move on because you don't deserve that. He's moving on, so why are you still spending your precious time, your precious life waiting for him? What? That makes no sense. And I don't blame you because I spent a lot of my life doing the same thing, wondering if it was permanent, if she's just rebelling. You can ruminate on that all you want. You can think about it, speculate as much as you want. But in the end, it doesn't change anything. You guys had your season together. The season ended because of, even you admitted, you guys just have such different morals and values. And now he's moving on, and so should you. It's hard to do. It's not something that you can just wake up and decide, but it is something you have to practice. Moving on isn't an action necessarily. It's a process. It takes a very long time. It takes new habits. It takes patience. It takes new people. Moving on is extremely painful and extremely slow process, but it's like working out. In order to get results, you have to build a routine. So if you build a routine of moving on, it'll naturally just prevail itself. It'll be like, hey, I'm here, you're moved on, boom. So the only reason I'm being so tough on you is because he made it extremely clear. Now, if he would have not done anything, if he would have maybe not posted anything or not blocked you or anything, then maybe I'd say, move on, but keep your eye open. It's always gonna move on. Don't give people the benefit of the doubt when it comes to this. But keep an eye open because he hasn't completely expressed disinterest yet. But the fact that your dude did all of that and more, I think he's made up his mind, and you have to respect it. Something that a term that I used to say in my videos is stamping it. Stamp something, you put it into place. What was that noise? I don't know. Oh, I think I got a Facebook message. So if you stamp something, you ship it. Stamp, ship, go. If he said, we're broken up, I want nothing to do with you, you're blocked, I'm moving on. Stamp it, send it, you're done. So don't try to change his mind because he's old enough to know how to do that himself, and you aren't his babysitter, you're not his mom. You don't have an influence on the decision that he makes for himself, so just remember that. And like I said, I think the relationship with his new girl might be a rebound, but who knows? I know a girl, I'm not joking, she dated this guy for 3.5 years, almost 4. This is one of my really good friends. They broke up. I think she broke up with him. 2 weeks later, she got a new boyfriend, okay? 2 weeks. Everyone thought it was a rebound. Now they're engaged. They're getting married. That's right. They got engaged a few weeks ago, and they're getting married towards the end of 2019. Sometimes rebounds aren't just rebounds. Sometimes they can start off being rebounds, but then they do manifest into something real. I'm not saying your new boyfriend's gonna marry this girl because I can't say that. I don't have those kind of powers. But I'm just saying, just because it happened so soon doesn't necessarily mean it's a rebound. It could be, but it could change, or it could be and then it'll crash and burn, or it couldn't be. Maybe it's genuine. But I do know that obviously he's still affected by seeing you if he blocks you and doesn't want to talk to you, because he knows that moving on will be impaired if he sees you, which is kind of like a compliment in your way. It's ooh, I make it hard for you to move on. I'm so great, but it's also sad at the end of the day because you were the person that made him happy, but now you're the person that's preventing him from being healed. But guys are super selfish when it comes to the moving on process. They will block whoever. They will do whatever just to they're very black or white. If they kick you out, you're out, and they just want to focus on this one thing. They just want to get rid of that box and just get a new box and fill it up with new memories. They're super assembly line with their thoughts. So as soon as he threw your box out, he probably tried to do everything he can to just forget about that box. And that's how he copes, and you just have to respect that. So yeah, I hope this video helped. I know it wasn't I know you probably wrote me hoping that I would give you some hope, oh, don't worry, he might come back, but I wouldn't be telling the truth if I said that. I wouldn't be good at my job if I were to say that this isn't a job, but you know what I mean. It's just not, it's not great. It doesn't look good. But I do know so many couples who have broken up, took some time off, dated other people, and got back together, and then they worked out fine. But a lot of the times they get back together and they break up anyway, because if you break up once, you're more than likely to break up twice. Because if you really love something, you don't have to like lose it to realize how much you love it. I mean, you can lose it and then it can still come back, but like sometimes you don't need to lose it. You just know. You look at it and you say, "You're right for me. I'm keeping you." And if we get in a fight, screw it. Fights are normal. But maybe this isn't the end for you guys. Maybe there is a future, if he like realizes that you were the one for him. But if I was with something that was causing me a lot of stress, I wouldn't want to be with it. So if that was his genuine reason for breaking up, he did what was best for him, and at the end of the day, I want every human to do that. So even if you don't agree with it, and I think you know in your heart that it's not the best because you guys have such different standpoints with things, but that's fine. There comes a time where those things don't matter. Like if I date a guy in middle school, I'm not going to care about his like political beliefs. Like it's middle school. But the older you get, you do learn that those compatibilities, they really do matter. And if you guys can't see eye to eye on such huge things, it's not going to work out. It's not. I know so many people who they dated people who had such opposite like views and just like everything, and they just never last. I don't see any like dichotomous couples like that. Like my boyfriend and I are pretty different. I'm very right brained, he's very left, he's very like numbers and science and math, and I'm very, I want to write and paint and vlog and do everything that doesn't make money. But we get along great, but we have like very similar political beliefs, religious. They're not spot on, but they're there, and that's fine. So yeah, please rewatch this if you want to hear anything that I probably didn't clarify on, because I don't have the mental like memory capacity to like remember what I said and touch base on it anymore. So I really hope I helped you. You deserve better. I know everyone's probably telling you that, and it's the most like overused band-aid phrase ever, but you can do better, I swear. You just have to allow yourself to receive it, because if you don't, you're not going to get it. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you sending in the request and for trusting me, and I promise if anyone asks for your name, like a crazy ex-stalker boyfriend, I won't tell him. I'll just say, Jill. Her name is Jill from Wisconsin. Alright, thank you so much, and yeah, if you guys have any requests, just hit me up. Alright, bye.